Have you sent him a message, Dave?
Yes, I have.
I just sent him a. I just say, do you have a Discord we can join?
Yeah.
I've messaged him on his stream. Can I join that? Right.
Are you going to pull me in or invite me in or something?
How do I invite you?
Just drop the Discord link in this chat for me. Okay, cool.
Sent you
Let's go then. Oh, wait, where should we drop in? Oh, raid time, I assume. Okay, I'm going in. Hello.
Evening.
Hello there.
How are you?
Yeah, very good, thanks.
Decent. So, where are you two at the moment on everything?
So we've both got the game. I mean, I've played. So as I said, I've played it a little bit in the past, but very very minimally, and I've watched quite a lot on it. Hells has played absolutely none. Probably watched not much.
I'm still unpacking files for some reason, so yeah.
Okay. That shouldn't take too long.
Okay, I did download this about 3 hours prior, but I didn't realize I didn't have enough space, so I went away thinking it had downloaded, and then I came back and it was like couldn't complete, and I was like, oh, I should have checked it about 3 hours ago to redo it.
Yeah, that's fine. That's no problem. The only reason I ask is obviously, as you probably know, FourEyes, when you come into the game, it will ask you to choose a faction between USEC and Bear. But back when you played, it might not have been as, I wouldn't say a difficult decision, but as an interesting decision to make. Because now with USEC and Bear, you get different starting loadouts in your stash. So with the USEC side of things, I think you get M4s.
Yeah, I think that's
but
correct.
on the Bear side of things, you get AKs. So it's kind of whichever one you prefer. However, if you're going to use voice lines, which are a thing in the game, which you don't necessarily have to use, if you pick Bear, you won't understand the thing you say.
Because they're all in Russian.
Because he's Russian, yeah. USEC, you'll understand everything you say because they're obviously English.
Is USEC the one with M4s?
Yeah, USEC is like Americans.
Yes. I think I'll do the M4 because I quite like an M4.
No problem. I will just let you know the ammo you have for the M4 to start with is pretty crap.
Okay.
But it'll do the job that you need to do for like your starting tasks.
Okay.
But I'll explain that when you're actually in the game.
Okay,
I'll
boot it up.
Just loading in now.
Yeah, no worries. Because I'm not the biggest level. I'm level 36, but I've been playing for like 3 wipes consecutively now, so I know my fair share of stuff. So hopefully
I'm going USEC.
I can bring you guys through.
Cool. How often are the wipes on this? I can't actually remember.
So the wipes have been getting longer and longer each time they've been doing them. Last wipe lasted for about 7 months, roughly. Yeah, about 7 months. But everyone knew there was going to be a wipe when they started putting all the scav bosses on reserve and all sorts of things. Even though Nikita was like, we're not going to have a wipe. There's not going to be a wipe. And then all of a sudden, all of these in-game antics are happening, and everyone's like, there's going to be a wipe.
So you can usually tell at that point.
Yeah, you can usually tell. Normally, Nikita and Battlestate are quite open with it. And normally, they're like, oh, yeah, we're going to have a wipe on whatever day it might be. But for this particular wipe, he was like, oh, no, there's not going to be a wipe. And then I think he kind of thought, actually, it might be worth us wiping. So.
Okay. So if I was going to delve into my experience of the game, all I know is when I last played, I was recommended for my first couple of runs to run around with an SKS. I think I had.
Yeah,
so it's quite cheap. And
the SKS is cheap. You can get pretty good ammo off of Prapor for it.
Yeah.
Which is the 7.62 times 39 PS ammo.
Yeah, the PS ammo, yeah.
Which can still hit pretty hard. So it's probably worth not using anything that you get in your initial stash to start with.
Yeah, I put that M4 away because there's no point me trying to run around with that.
No, because with
Uh,
that side of things, a bog standard M4, you're not going to be able to really see too much because of the iron sights and stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas the SKS is a little
I
bit
have a
more
lot of
forgiving.
ammo. Ooh,
The ammo and stuff that you'll get some for your M4s, you'll get some for your pistols that you've got. I
yeah,
think you've got a couple of SMGs that you might have as well.
Yeah, I've got
So
two
yeah,
yes,
two M4s, two MP5s, and
yeah,
some ammo for
same.
them.
yeah.
Okay,
What I would
cool.
normally recommend new players to do is to jump into a scav as your first raid, but I don't think either of you are going to have a scav up at the moment because I don't think it allows you to jump straight in as a scav. If I'm not,
Right, okay.
So, how as a kind of
Can't hear
overview,
Discord. Oh, I got issues with my stream.
or
Sorry.
do you want me to come down and have a look?
Well, it says it can't hear Discord.
Well, when I'm speaking now, if you look on OBS, does it show as does the chat thing? It's probably because you've got the output not coming to the wavelink.
Ugh, this mic is great, but it's so confusing because there's so many different bits to it.
No, you just need to go on Discord. If you go on Discord,
Yeah.
go on Discord now, and you need to check
Sorry.
check what your
That's right.
check what your output device is for Discord.
Output is my speaker.
Yes, you want that to go to the wavelink chat.
Wavelink voice chat. Okay.
Yeah, try that.
Oh, there we go.
Can you hear?
Speak again?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
So now,
Seems like you're talking to yourself. Might as well be.
So
Sorry.
yeah. So overview, really, you've got two people that you can use. You've got a scav and you've got a PMC. So your PMC is your main character that you load in with the stuff from your stash. If you die and you haven't insured it, you will not get that stuff back.
You lose it all.
Yeah.
Yep.
However, if you insure it and someone loots it and takes it out of the raid, whether it's a teammate or not a teammate, you'll lose it.
Lose it.
With regards to normally, if my teammates die when I'm playing with a squad, I'll ask them, "Do you want me to pick anything up?" Because sometimes people will have weapons that they like or armors that they like, or whatever it might be. And normally I'll pick it up and I'll just stash it somewhere that hopefully someone else won't find it. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. It just kind of depends on where you drop the stuff. Whereas as a scav, anything you take in is like a preset loadout for you. Anything you come out with, you can keep. If you die, it doesn't really matter too much because you're a scav. It's not your own loot. And recently, in this particular wipe, Battlestate have added in what's called Scav Karma. Whereas before this wipe, you could pretty much kill anything that you saw running around, and you wouldn't have any like negative effects, bar maybe the scavs shooting at you. This time around, if you kill a fellow player scav or even a scav in general, you lose rep.
Oh, okay.
If you kill a scav boss or a scav boss guard, you lose even more rep.
Oh, okay.
However, if you kill a PMC with your scav, you gain rep times the amount of scavs that they've killed in their raid.
Oh, well, that's really cool.
Yeah, plus if they've killed a scav boss or a scav boss minion, you get even more rep because obviously they've killed that scav boss or scav boss minion.
Nice.
Using car extracts, that gains you scav rep because technically the fence scavs are driving the cars on the extract. So you gain scav rep there. And every raid you successfully survive as your PMC adds a little bit of scav rep as well. The only main benefits really of scav rep is your scav cooldown timer is a lot quicker. So at the start, I think it's nearly 10 or plus minutes. I can't remember exactly how long it is, but it's a decent length of time. But the more scav rep you get, the quicker your cooldown is going to be.
Yep.
So I've got 2.81 scav rep at the moment on the fence, so my scav cooldown's pretty quick. That tied in with the hideout upgrades is insane. Excuse me.
This is all stuff which definitely wasn't there when I last played, probably.
Yeah, this is pretty much this wipe.
Yeah,
like, added in this wipe. Kappa is now at level 71, so Kappa's like pretty unobtainable for new players. However, I always say,
what does that mean? Sorry.
So if you go into a character,
and
you see your pouch at the bottom,
yeah,
it's alpha. So you got the alpha pouch.
You've got alpha, you've got gamma, depending on which version of the game that you've ordered. I've got the gamma. I got the most expensive one.
We've got the normal ones. We've got the basic pouch.
You've got the 4x4,
the 2x2.
Yeah, sorry, 2x2. 4x4 is the one that I was talking about in
The Gamma.
The Gamma,
Mm.
which is just massive. You can just load of stuff, loads of stuff in there. Good thing for you guys is you can actually upgrade your pouch via doing tasks in game.
Oh, I never knew that.
There's
Okay.
a task line which I'm currently on called the Punisher task line.
Mhm.
At the end of that task line, you'll get a 4x2, so you'll have 8 slots rather than 4 slots.
Okay.
So you'll have a little bit more space.
If I was going to do like a brief overview of what I know about the gear like page, that might be useful in case I say things that are wrong. So if I just kind of blast through and I can kind of try and explain to Hell what I know. So Hell, are you on the gear page?
Where's that?
Okay, so you need to go to
the main
character,
page, yeah,
character, and then
character, right.
and then at the top you see you're on gear.
Yes. Okay.
So if I go through, so on the left you've got the stuff that's basically on your person.
Yeah.
So you've got the earpiece, headwear, face cover. So earpiece is pretty necessary because it basically allows. I'm pretty sure without an earpiece on, you're going to struggle to hear many footsteps whatsoever.
Especially in rain. Rain sucks.
Yeah. Like so the earpiece.
You've got to go against the
earpiece isn't.
Well,
So the earpiece isn't just like cosmetic. It actually improves the hearing, improves the sound in the game. Headwear obviously can be things like hats and stuff, but you can also get helmets of different and certain helmets will protect. So you can get helmets which will protect your whole face as well. I think.
Like a riot shield thingy sort of thing.
If you're on my stream still, the helmet I've currently got pulled up is one of the best helmets in the game.
So 360 protection.
Which is an Alton.
Oh wow,
so
yeah.
A face shield. The only downside to this is you can't wear any headsets with it, so you're pretty deaf when you wear it. But it is.
So you're running around just like muffled.
Helmets. Yeah, it is one of the best helmets in the game.
What is that mask there? Some alien mask?
Yeah, this mask I actually killed another player for, so I kind of I have it. It's a mask.
Little trophy.
Yeah, it's a mask that's pretty rare to find. This is obviously a slender mask, as it says. It's basically a Halloween mask. There's Halloween masks in the game. You've got Jason, not Jason, sorry. Yeah, you do have Jason's hockey mask. You have Mike Myers' mask. You have the Slender mask. They did at one point have a pumpkin head that lit up and all sorts. But yeah, that's basically the backstory on that.
And then so carrying on, so face cover and armband. I don't know if there's any specific things about face covers or armbands. If that's any special things with those.
So the armband side of things, thanks for the follow, King Alex, much appreciated. But the armband side of things is pretty handy if you're new to the game and you want to make sure you're not shooting at people that you're in a lobby or a party with.
Okay, like useful for identifying people.
Yeah. You can buy them off of Fence. He's got 5 different colors, so it is quite handy to wear them. The downside is if another team has the same armband color as you kind of you may end up mistaking other like your teammates for those people. So they are a little bit handy, but at the same time they don't have any kind of massive use in the game. Same with face coverings. The only thing really for face coverings is they do help kind of mask you from people trying to spot people long range, but at the same time
you don't see people's faces a bit more.
And also there's a few tasks that kind of ask you to wear some sort of face covering. Whether it's a balaclava, whether it's a gas mask, that kind of stuff. So they can be useful, but they're not necessarily needed. Same with eyewear. The only thing that eyewear does, I can't remember what they're called, but there's a certain type of eyewear that helps against flashbangs and also has some armor to them for some reason. So eyewear, again, not really that needed that much. You can also wear eyewear for if it's raining, because it does kind of help with visibility. But at the same time, it's more of a cosmetic thing than anything else.
And then the rest of the stuff on the left is weaponry. So on sling is your primary, on back is technically, I guess, a secondary. Or two guns you've got. Holster is usually going to be a pistol of some kind, and sheath is going to be some sort of knife. I
have a really dumb question.
No dumb questions.
Yeah, I suppose there's no dumb questions.
What is the actual main purpose of this game? Like, I know you're meant to escape Tarkov, which is obviously the name of it, but
The
I guess you
main
get from one point to another without dying, basically. I
yeah
don't really know.
the main aim is to get through the map without dying and extract with whatever loot that you found during the raid.
I've
As
not
I
even
said,
seen any streams of this, so I'm completely blind to this
yeah, no,
game.
that's fine. That's understandable. Sometimes that's the best way to be because you can kind of pick up bad habits from streamers.
Yeah, that's
But
probably what I've done.
with the game, there are tasks you can do, which I always recommend doing because it helps you level up a lot quicker, which unlocks a plethora of different things for you. For example, at the moment, you've got the flea market locked, which is like the marketplace for the game that players can sell their gear to other players on. But it has to be found in Raid, which I'll explain in a minute. But you have to be level 20 to unlock the flea market, which in turn means that you've got to do the early tasks to get to level 20 to unlock it. Otherwise, you're just running around trying to kill everything, and you're going to get frustrated with the game that way because you're not going to level up that way because there's going to be people with better gear than you and all sorts. So the main kind of aim for the game is to load into the map and get from where you spawned in to your extract without dying. And also try and get some loot along the way.
It's a survival game at its core. It's not. The game isn't about going and killing loads of people.
Okay.
Because if you go in and kill 6 people, get all their shit, and then you take 1 bullet to the head and die, and you don't extract, those 6 kills meant basically nothing.
Nothing. Yeah. Okay.
So it's a survival game at its core.
Oh, the hunt basically. So all the not the hunt. Hunt
Showdown.
Hunt Showdown.
It's a similar. There's a
similar concept. Yeah.
And how much can we sort of just dive in and try, or is there a lot more to it than that?
You can literally just load into a raid and just go, basically. The best thing that I recommend people that are fairly new to the game is at least taking, before you load into any raid, going to both Prapor and Therapist and getting the first tasks from Prapor and Therapist.
Yeah.
Because then you've got something to aim for in your raids rather than just going in and thinking, I don't know what the hell I'm doing here.
Tasks. Okay, from Prapor. Okay.
So if you go back to like the main menu
from the bottom left,
main menu,
and then go to
trading, and then you've got all of your traders.
So these are like AIs essentially.
So Fence is the only person you will not have a task from until very, very late on.
Okay.
Prapor and Therapist are the people that you'll get your first 2 tasks from. So if you click on Prapor, it will basically load up him. And you've got a bunch of stuff you can buy from him.
Yeah.
I've got him max level, so I've got basically everything available to me from him that I can buy. But if I go to level 1, actually, I can't. Is level 1? You're on level. I can't remember if you're on level 1 or level 0 of Prapor.
Level 1, I think it is.
Yeah. Either way, you'll have like a list of stuff that you can buy from him. There's also things that have like a little arrow and a number by them. So if you clicked on that to buy it, essentially that's called a barter trade. So instead of you using your rubles to buy whatever it is you want, you can find things in Raid and trade them with him.
Okay, right.
So like 3 cans of this food you can trade to Prapor to get an AK-47, an AKM.
Yeah.
Okay, right. I see. Yeah.
However, that food is also needed for a future task.
Yes, it's.
So it's a bit like, do you want to get a weapon or do you want to wait until you get the task for that particular item?
Yeah.
But with the reason we come here is if you look at the top left, you've got buy, sell, and tasks.
Yeah.
If you click on tasks, there should be at least 1 task there.
Yeah, I just accepted it.
That you can accept it.
And it shows you the objectives for it.
Eliminate scabs on customs.
So customs is the name of a map. So there's multiple maps in this game.
Okay, I thought that was like a custom game.
No. So customs, it's a like a trading like port looking kind of area. It's
okay.
It's
the one. It's the one I've run. It's the one I've run around on most. I think when I've played.
Yeah.
And then obtain and hand over MP
133 shotguns.
133 shotguns. Yeah.
So with the 133 shotguns, there's 2 ways you can do that because it's not found in Raid. What you can do is you can either try and find them on scavs, which is a pain in the ass because sometimes the scavs don't even have like a 133 shotgun throughout the whole raid. You could kill 10 scavs and not find a single shotgun.
Okay.
But at level 2, there's a task for mechanic that is called introduction. And that's to introduce you to Jaeger because on your screen, Jaeger should be blacked out on the bottom right.
He is,
side.
yeah. That trader is
So,
one I can't
Yeah.
pick.
yeah, you
Yeah.
cannot pick him until you've completed the task for mechanic, which is introduction, which is obtained at level 2.
Yeah, so I can't see the
Okay.
mechanic. So we need to get to level 2 before we can see that one.
Yeah, so if you clicked on mechanic and go to tasks, you shouldn't have anything there because you don't have level 2 yet.
Yeah.
He also has a gunsmith task at level 1 as well. The gunsmith task essentially is just modifying weapons, which is probably easiest to do when you get the flea market because you can buy all the stuff that you need for all of that kind of stuff. But if you then go
Okay.
to therapist and go to tasks, she should have a task for you.
Can I
Shortage.
accept more than one
Yeah,
task?
you can accept.
Yep. Okay.
I've got loads of tasks.
Okay, that's fine.
Literally,
I didn't know if it like deactivated one if you chose
No,
another one because
no.
okay.
Yeah, I've got literally tons and tons of tasks
Okay.
that I've got to do due to my level and stuff. But yeah, you can have as many tasks chosen as you possibly want. Some tasks are very, very specific in the point that it'll be like you have to kill scavs without healing, or you have to do X amount of things without dying, or whatever it might be. So sometimes, if you fail a task, you'll have to re-accept that task before you can continue with it. But the early ones, they don't have anything like that, which is good. Another thing that I would probably recommend you doing, obviously, when you've clicked on these traders, you've probably seen a lot of things.
Bro, can you make a video about best OBS settings for AMD GPU users? I don't have an AMD GPU, unfortunately, so it's hard for me to make a video on it. But I can do more OBS videos if people want them.
People that you can, and clicking your middle mouse, like your scroll wheel, clicking that down, because that will examine the items from those people, which saves time in game. Because if you find a scav, for example, that's got a weapon that's grayed out on one of the traders, before you can pick that weapon up off of that scav, you've got to examine it, and then obviously you're spending more time on the body, which means more people can come and kill you and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, yeah, so you got to be quick and yeah.
So I think one thing that's useful to do is to just go through. I mean, I've been doing it while we're sat here because I haven't done it since I last played. But you can go through each trader, any item that's grey, middle click on it, middle mouse button on it.
Or if you don't want to do that, you can right click and inspect it. Or something along those lines.
I'm doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So if you do that for all the people you can do it for, don't worry about Fence because he's going to have a load of stuff for you to examine.
Yeah, he's got
it's just
so
not
much.
Worth.
Yeah,
it's not worth
the useful
going
stuff.
through him.
Okay, I'm examining stuff on Prapper at the moment.
Yeah, so if you go for Prapper, Therapist, Skier, Peacekeeper, Mechanic, and Ragman, just examine all the stuff off of them because 9 times out of 10 that should also give you level 2. It might not necessarily do so. You might have to go into Fence and do a little bit of examining on him.
Yeah,
but that could potentially get you to level 2, which means that then you've got a choice of going to Customs or going to Woods as your first map.
Ooh. I think I've literally done. I think I've done Customs and Interchange, and that's it.
Yeah, that's probably the 2 maps that a lot of newer people would run. To be fair, with Woods and the tasks you get from Mechanic forwards, I would thoroughly recommend doing that as early as you possibly can.
Okay.
Because then you unlock Jaeger, which obviously has a few more things you can buy and barter, etc. But also you can start doing his task line early on as well, which is really, really handy because then you can start like snowballing a little bit more and getting more gear and stuff.
Yeah.
Before the recent wipes, I think he was locked behind a later level. I think it was like level 5.
Yeah, I seem to remember that he was harder for some reason.
Yeah, so you didn't have any chance of actually like being able to even do the introduction quest until that point. Whereas now they've brought him to level 2 because I think a lot of people are like, well, I want to be able to use Jaeger as early as possible.
Yeah.
So after examining, it might give you level 2, it might not. I can't remember exactly. Because I just literally jumped into Customs on first day of wipe to try and get my scav kills. But Woods is also a very good map to find the Salewers that you need to find for Therapist because there's a like medical tent area or like camp area. There's also a USEC camp area, so there's a couple of areas that you can find Salewers on that map.
Yeah.
There's also a couple of new points on Customs. There's a place that a lot of people call Crack House, which is literally a place that's got just meds galore inside, or normally does if it's got a good spawn rate for that raid. There's also a stronghold area which has got a decent amount of loot in it as well. So there's a couple of options to get the Salewa side of things, but it's kind of whatever you think you'll be comfortable with. Obviously, in your first raid of this particular game.
Okay.
Sorry, I just unlocked something from the therapist, and it's a Slickers bar, not Snickers. We've got a Slickers bar.
Yeah,
it just made me laugh.
you'll see a lot of very, very close similarities
Right.
between in real life things and not in real life things.
No, I like that. I like that.
There's Tar Cola looks very, very similar to Coca-Cola.
Targola.
What else is there? There's a few other things that you'll come across in game that are very similar to in real life things that just have a different name because they've just modeled it on whatever it might have been.
Yeah.
So I think the only other thing I wanted to just have one quick chat about before we jump in to a game is how if you go back to the character, and this is and go back to the gear. So the two other things. So the whole bit in the middle is basically all your like in raid storage. So the stuff on the right is your stash, which is stuff. Yes, this is all stuff you're taking with you. So you've got your rig, you've got your pockets, your backpack, and your pouch.
Yeah.
Your pouch. The key thing about the pouch is that it's basically it's the safest stuff essentially. If something's in your pouch and you die, you keep it.
Okay, so if you find something valuable, stick it in the pouch.
Yeah, depending on what it is. Yeah, so maybe like keys. So like keys are
definitely.
Keys are like one of the most valuable thing they can find because the keys that you might find, they open up like doors on certain maps, which without the key you can't get in. They have like the best stuff in. So put them in your pouch because then even if you die, you don't make it to the extract, you'll still keep it. So what is your name Tim, by the way? Yeah. What Tim was talking about the different types of pouch. Because we've got basically the cheapest version of the game right now in beta. It's a 2x2, so you can't put anything bigger than that in there. The crate that you get if you have the more expensive version of the game, the pouch, is a 4x4.
I've got a 3x3.
Oh, okay.
3x3.
I can't remember if it's a
4x4 is Kappa, which is the like level 70.
Okay. So in terms of the difference, so then your backpack is probably going to be your biggest area of just main storage. But because it's in your backpack, stuff that's in there isn't as easily accessible. So I'm pretty sure if you have like more mags, for example, say you're taking in a gun and you're taking in 3 mags.
Yeah.
If you've run out of mags everywhere and you've only got 1 mag left and it's in your backpack and you try and reload, it won't work because it's in your backpack. Your guy can't reach into his backpack and get it out. So
oh wow, so it's like super realistic.
Yeah, so in order to have mags available, you need to put them in your rig.
Yeah,
because then you're taking that in your rig. Now rigs can be armored like the body armor as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but you can't wear body armor and
an armored rig.
You have to choose one or the other.
Yeah. So from this default, we've got the commando rig and the packer body armor, which is we're getting our armor from our body armor and we've got storage from the rig. And then pockets is just like another small area that you can carry stuff.
The one thing that I would recommend in pockets is your heals. So
splints, painkillers, bandages, AI2s, or cheeses.
Yeah. There's also there's now AI2's cheese. Everyone calls it cheese
because it looks like square cheese.
Yes, it looks like American square cheese.
Yeah.
There's also now heavy bleeds, which cannot be healed by bandages.
Yeah,
they have to be healed by hemostats, S marches.
Right.
I think they're called cats.
So this was actually going to be
confusing.
So this was going to be the last thing I just wanted, and this is for my own benefit. Is basically in this game you don't just get shot, take damage, kind of thing, and then you have to heal it. There's all sorts that can happen to you. You can get like bones broken. You can start bleeding, and you have to do different things. So
you can lose limbs as well.
You can lose whole limbs.
Oh wow!
And so if you lose your leg or something like that, and then you make it to the extract and get out, that doesn't heal automatically. You still have to fix it when you get out.
However,
really?
Nowadays you can actually pay therapists to heal you when you get out of raid.
Yeah.
So if you come out of raid with like a fractured arm, for example, and you don't have a splint to fix it, or a Serve 12. And you get out of raid. I think it's for the first 5 raids, therapist will do it for free.
Oh, nice.
And then after those 5 raids, you've got to pay her to do it.
Pay.
So if you go to sorry, go ahead.
So it's right. So if the more damage you've taken and haven't healed, the more expensive your therapist heal will be. However, if you've healed the majority of it, it's going to be cheaper. There are a few quests, well, one quest in particular that you need to have a tremor, which is like a broken hand, a broken foot, a broken leg, whatever. And you've got to hit headshots, but you've only got to get 2. So once you've hit those 2 headshots, you can just literally patch it back up and you'll be fine. One thing that I would say we need to try and find you guys fairly quickly is something to hold your keys in, because otherwise you're only going to be able to bring 4 keys in with you, which kind of sucks. But yeah, there's just a bunch of different things to go through, but it's probably easier to kind of explain as we go.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
So if you click on the health bit at the top,
health bit, yeah,
next to gear, you can actually see each of your body parts have health to them.
Yeah.
So splint. So like if you break an arm, your aim gets like you'll feel in game your aim will be worse because you broke your arm. You can't hold the gun as easily, so you need to splint that arm. So that's what the splint does. The bandage stops bleeding. So if you basically light know that you're light bleeding, and what do painkillers do?
So painkillers are basically exactly what they say on the tin. So if you're in pain, say you've got a fracture and you can't splint it because you don't have a splint, if you take a painkiller, it will essentially stop the blurriness.
Just cover it up.
It'll cover it up for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
The normal painkillers that you've probably got don't last very long.
Yeah.
And the better the painkiller, the longer they last, essentially.
Yep.
You've got like Vaseline, Golden Star, and ibuprofen, which are the 3 best painkillers. You've got Propofol, which acts as a painkiller but also heals you as well. And you've got morphine, which is just a general, obviously, painkiller. The good thing about painkillers as well is, say you've got a blacked out leg or you've got a fractured leg or whatever it might be, obviously, without a painkiller, you'll be hobbling around and it will be very, very slow for you to move around the map. With a painkiller taken, you can actually move around the map a lot quicker. So it's a big, big benefit. I tend to take, obviously you won't be able to do so at the moment, but I tend to take like a morphine or a Propofol in my pockets. Then I have a Vaseline, a Golden Star or ibuprofen in my pouch. Because then that way I've got a med that will last longer, painkiller wise, and then I've got a med that I can literally just use in the middle of a fight if I need to.
Yep. And then an AI2, is that just basically a heal?
Yeah, AI2 is literally
a cheese. A cheese is just a heal, essentially.
Yeah. So if you've got a bleed, it won't heal the bleed. It will literally just
you need
heal.
To use like bandage, then med kit.
Yeah, because if you med kitted and then bandaged, you're still going to be bleeding. So then you had to med kit again. Whereas if you bandage first and then med kit, it would be easier.
Cool. Okay, I think that's sort of everything. So now all we need to do is get a little loadout together, and I think I've got an idea of something. At least what I used last time. So maybe I'll go with this and see what it's like.
You may also have a scav available, considering how long.
We could just jump in with a scav. That'll be a good first experience.
Yeah.
So the idea with the scav hell is that you'll get given a random kit essentially.
Okay. Well, that would be a good. I think that'd be a good starting point.
Yeah, it means you won't lose anything we've started with.
You won't lose anything you started with.
Also, I managed to get to level 2 just from examining things.
If you've got to level 2 from examining things,
I've gone and got the task from
I've
got the introduction task for Jaeger's camp.
Yeah, and the gunsmiths there as well.
So do I have to join a lobby with you guys?
Yes.
So, what is your in-game names, and I will add you guys up.
Mine's just Saint Hells.
And mine, where's mine?
Have you put your name as like a random name?
No, I think it's FourEyes, which it usually is. So it's I, because I always have to put I before my name, which I hate, but it's fine. I think how do I add people again? I can't remember how you do this.
If you go to your messenger and friends list.
Friends.
So I've already.
Oh yeah, friends.
So I've sent one to you, House. So if you go onto your messenger bottom right, and then it should be like a friend request. If you
pending,
I sent you one as well, Hell, from me.
There we go. I'm in.
Cool.
Cool.
Okay.
So that's awesome.
I can't
set up something.
Let me message you, Hel. And what's my name, Hel?
Just FourEyes.
Oh, so no I. Yes.
No.
I must have got the name. Just FourEyes then.
Yeah. Capital F and capital E.
Yeah, no underscore. That's fine. Send. So you've sent one to both.
So when we actually get in the raid, Hel.
Yeah, I'm here, sorry.
So when we actually get in the raid, essentially what happens, if you go in as a PMC, and I didn't know this for ages, I might get this wrong. If you go in as a PMC, you will spawn into the raid at the exact same time as all the other PMCs. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So all and is it a range of how many people per map?
So each map has a different amount of people that can be in it.
Yeah.
So customs, I'm pretty sure that the numbers on the actual map when you're picking your map are incorrect.
Okay.
Because factory, I'm pretty sure with the expansion they now allow a max of 7. I could be wrong.
Yep.
Customs, I'm pretty sure you can have more than 12.
Jeez.
But yeah, it depends on which map you go to.
Yep.
Depends on how many people can spawn. And one thing I didn't say is there's a map called the Lab, which is locked behind level. I can't remember what level. It might be the same as Flea Market, and you need an access card to even get in there anyway.
Yep.
So that's like a quote unquote end game map because it's got really, really good loot on there.
Yep.
But yeah, each map has a different amount of player counts. PMCs, which is your main character, will all load in at the exact same time. They used to have late spawns, but they fixed that now, so there's a little bit of a longer queue time. Essentially,
but it's fairer. So everyone who's getting in there is starting at
the same time. Yeah, and as scavs, you'll spawn in at a random point during the raid. It could be very early in the raid, so you could have pretty much a full raid as a scav, or you could have like literally 10 minutes left. So it's like a literal random spawn time for you, and each map has a different like amount of time that the raid will last for.
Yep.
So factory's like 15 minutes. It might now be 20. I'm pretty sure it might be 20 now.
Yep.
Customs again is a little bit longer, reserve a little bit longer, and so on and so forth. But again, I'm pretty sure they haven't updated the times. So I'm pretty sure on reserve and customs there's like a 40-minute timer.
Yep.
If I'm not mistaken. Whereas it says 30 minutes when you try and load in.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, so I think the best thing for us to do is just to jump into.
Let's do it. I'm ready. Okay, so
I'll
see if I can get it set up. So I go. So you go back to the main menu and you click escape. You click escape from Tarkov.
And click scav.
And then you'll see scav and PMC. So scav has a cooldown. So once you've done a scav run, so you can do as many PMCs as you want, but scav has like a cooldown. So once you've done a scav run, you can't then usually jump straight back into another scav.
Okay.
So choose scav, choose next.
Yeah, and then I've got the map.
Should we all be doing this, or is it?
Yeah, we all go in.
Okay, so then what are we going to choose for our first one?
If you click on customs, we'll try and get you some early.
And then then you can choose which time phase. So probably pick the one that's in the day. So that's 17:40, 5:40 p.m.
Yeah.
So choose that. Choose next.
And you should then have.
And then you should see other people who are here. So then if I'm going to invite, I can't see you, Hel, for some reason.
Yeah, it might be. You might have to refresh the lobby, which is like next to group.
Yeah, I'm having a look at that.
If not, Howes might need to go out and come back into the lobby.
How have you selected have you pressed next after selecting the time?
Yeah, I did.
So can you see a list of like names on the right?
I did, and now I can't see you two.
Okay. We can back out and try again.
Yeah, but let's back out. We'll go back in.
Okay, I'll try again. Okay, so I'll go customs. So what can you see?
Okay, I can see the two of you now.
Okay, so invite us.
So
both.
if you invite us, yeah.
Okay. I've invited. Yeah. Tim's in, and then I've invited. Yay! There we go.
Yeah.
The squad is here.
One thing I would say before we hit ready.
Your character's cool. I like the bobble hat.
Hell, it looks like you've got a shotgun of some kind.
Yeah. So I was about to say, just have a look at each one of us and try and memorize something.
Like what we look at. So Hell, you've got that gas mask on, and Tim's got that cool hat.
Yeah, bobble hat, and you just look like
I look pretty basic.
You look like you've just got a bowl on your head, so we'll just go with that.
Just remember you've got a shotgun, Hell. That's a key
Okay.
thing. So shorter range.
We've
We've got
both got Saigers, which are single shot SMGs, which suck.
Lovely.
But hopefully we shouldn't need to use them unless we find a PMC.
Right, I'm gonna ready.
Cool.
Yeah, I was about to say, so as you're the person that's
Party
invited
lead.
everyone, if you hit the ready button and we all jump in.
So now you get to learn all the hotkeys, Hell.
Yeah, that would be fun. There's loads.
I know, so much. There's so many I never even knew about until I played last time. I've forgotten them all now. I don't even remember the button to. Is it O to see extracts? Okay.
If you single click O, it will show you the time left in a raid.
Double tap
And then if you
is
double
shows
tap
your
it, it'll show you all
extracts.
your extracts. And the really annoying thing is, on a scav, we're probably not all going to have the same extracts. So
Yeah.
I might have to escort you both to your extract and then try and get to mine.
Lovely. That's what we like to see.
Is anyone's like laggy? Because mine feels laggy.
Are you in the game?
Not in
so-
the game, like it's the loading bit.
The loading is
The
laggy.
loading will
Oh.
be laggy, yeah. The loading is
Okay.
always laggy.
Are there any like useful settings for the game
Um,
at all?
I do have some settings that I run, which I can probably let you guys know.
Yeah, it'll probably be useful. I'm very much a settings person where like I like it to be not running the best, but like if there's any like little things which are useful, I'm all for it.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Post effects is probably the most useful thing,
Okay.
which is basically like playing around with your brightness and stuff. that's all
Oh
that-
yes, I think I customized that last time I played based on
Yeah.
someone's, and I found something that I
That's-
liked.
Yeah,
Now,
it's all
whether
down
I've-
to kind of personal
yeah.
preference and stuff. It should hopefully save it for you, regardless of how long it's been. It should.
I hope.
Should
Let's
save
have a
it for
look, because if it looks decent, I can tell Hell what I've got.
Yeah. Well,
Are we meant to spawn in together or not?
so we may spawn together as scavs. We
Oh.
may not spawn together as scavs.
Oh, I'm in.
Oh,
Yeah,
is this
I'm
you?
just
Oh,
loading
hello.
loot. I'm just loading loot at the moment. So we
Oh.
should, as we're in a party, we should load fairly close together.
Okay. Oh, you can. You can lean. Okay, right.
Yeah. So lean is
Um,
Q and E.
Let me just look at my settings, my graphics. Everything
There's
is
also a side step,
everything
which
is ultra.
quality. Yeah, I the reason I don't play on ultra is obviously I stream the game as well. So it's just
Yeah,
like-
no, I don't want everything to be on ultra. Would you mind running me through what you've got just quickly?
I can indeed.
Yeah, that'd be useful. How follow along with this as well.
Let's go to graphics.
So you go escape,
So-
then the bottom right for settings, and then graphics.
Graphics. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool.
So VSync I do have ticked.
I won't use VSync only because I know
Yeah.
I don't use how I would say don't use VSync
Yeah,
in your
okay.
setup
I've just
either.
got it.
Yeah.
So shadow quality is on medium.
Yep.
Yeah.
Object LOD is 2.5.
Yep.
Overall visibility is 2000.
Yep.
Shadow visibility I've got right down at 40.
Yep.
Anti-aliasing I've got TAA high.
Mhm.
Resampling of 1 times off.
Yep.
Yeah.
HBAO of off.
Yep.
SSR off.
Yep.
Yeah.
The filtering's off.
Mhm.
The reflex low latency I have as off.
Yep.
Sharpness I have at 1.1.
Yep.
Okay.
The game FPS is 120.
Yep.
And
What
then
was that,
all
sorry?
of
Game
FPS
FPS
is
limit.
120. We've only got 9 minutes left in this raid. I just realised.
Okay, that's fine.
And all of the bottom boxes at the bottom are just unticked.
Okay,
Okay,
I'll save all that. Cool, and then I'll go back to resume for now. Okay, cool.
So if you hit tab, it will show you what you've got as your like loadout.
Loadout,
on the
okay.
Yes,
tab.
you can see your gear. So I've got a Saiga, I've got a rig with loads of ammo in it. That's
You
basically
can also hotkey your heals if you have any by hovering over it if it's in your rig or your pockets and pressing the numbers 3 through to 0.
Okay, I have I have no meds.
So to our right on the road,
Neither do
those are normal scavs. So we
So
don't,
that's because we're a scav, we don't want to kill them.
yeah, we leave them alone.
Okay.
What's the best way of telling between a scav and a PMC? That's a
You'll
good question.
learn in good time what PMCs generally have compared to scavs.
Yeah, scav. The best way I heard someone on YouTube describe it was a lot. PMCs in general just look like they're a bit better off.
Yeah.
Scavs look like scavs. Okay.
Yeah, in here, this thing right here is a secret
Oh.
stash which has loot in it. It can
Oh.
literally spawn anything in the game.
How do I open it?
F is
Oh.
how you open it.
Oh, that's good. So we all see the same loot.
Yeah, everything in there will be the same for everyone.
Okay, right. Well, I took my first shot.
You might want to check your extracts as well, just to.
Yeah. So if you double tap O, you'll see at the top right it will say find an extraction point. It will give you 3. Well, for me it says 3. So what does it say for you?
That's another thing
Railroad,
with Scav Karma. You get more
administration and
extracts.
scav checkpoint.
So I've got Millbase, CP, Factory Far Corner, and Admin Gate.
I think we all have admin gate.
Do you have Admin Gate, Hill?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Okay, that's good.
So that's where we can try and all go together.
So this right here is one of the hot points on this map, which is dorms. In Free Story, which is the one on the left, there is a room called March Room at the far end, which has ridiculous loot sometimes.
Okay.
And then this is 2 Story, which has a few safe rooms and stuff, but you need keys for it. Duffel bags, always worth looting. This crate here, always worth looting, just because it could have some good stuff in there for you. Like M61, it's nice ammo, so I'll grab that. In here, first room, there is a weapons case. First room on your left. There's nothing in it, but this right here is a weapons case.
Okay, cool.
In here, these are the best things to loot for your keys. Jackets.
Oh, jacket
Oh, you
pockets.
can make
Jackets.
jackets, okay.
Jackets spawn a lot of keys.
Nothing in
They
the
just
right
spawn literally
jacket.
anything.
Oh, something in the left jacket. We've got a pack of screws.
I would take those just because they will be worth selling in the
And some
in the long
rubles.
run. Rubles always worth selling at the start. So these 2 rooms either side of me are safe rooms, as in they've got safes inside of them. The downside is you need keys for them, so obviously you can't go in there,
Okay,
but
right.
they are safe rooms. And then here, one thing I would say about this
Just
room,
as a when you've got multiple options when looking at something, how do you select different ones?
scroll wheel.
Oh, okay. So
Scroll.
I assume because I can't do any of them here, I can't even move. I can't even go down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
so all of the rest of the rooms down there are empty, pretty
Yeah.
much. There's no loot in them.
Okay,
Okay.
right.
The more you play the game, the more you'll learn where the loot is.
Yeah.
In here, you've got a dead scav, which has some loot right here.
Oh.
But one thing I would say about this room is be careful of the window, because people can jump in and out of that window. So if you're in here looting, people can jump in from outside, and you can,
Okay. Yeah.
if you need
Okay.
a quick way to get out of this building, say you're in a
Okay.
fight and you're getting like fucked over, is literally through that window.
Okay.
Okay.
Literally just
Cool.
jump out of it. I would take you upstairs, but there's not really much time to do so. Upstairs has
Okay.
got some more jackets, some filing cabinets and stuff.
Ooh.
We are hearing what would be either player scavs that don't care about player karma, scav karma, should I say, or we're hearing the last PMCs in the raid just shooting things.
Okay.
Over here at this little tent, you have a duffel bag, but also underneath this guitar and behind the duffel bag, there can be flash drive spawns.
Ooh.
Oh,
Sounds
okay.
like we are moving towards people that are shooting, by the way.
Lovely.
Let's get some shooting on.
So this raid, we might not get into any confrontation. We'll have to wait and see.
Where are you?
I went
Oh,
through
so
you?
we're up
gap
the
in
hill.
fence. Yeah, so if you
Go to your right,
if you-
Hell. I can see you.
If you go
Yeah,
right
there we
and then follow
Okay,
the fence,
I just looked around and you'd gone.
Yeah. So it's very if we play this together, Hell, we're going to very easily lose each other a lot because
the best
there's
thing-
no.
the best thing to do is just like always communicate.
Yeah.
So say like I'm moving here, because if you see each other and you forget what each other looks like, you'll probably end up killing each other.
Kill each other, yeah.
Yeah.
I've shot Dave quite a few times, so it would probably happen again.
So right here is new gas. So what I should have said is where we just were at the dorms, that's a scav boss spawn. So is this area here. So as your PMC, you want to be very careful about running around those areas, just in case he's spawned. In here, there's soap, which is needed for an upgrade, some US dollars, rubles and chain nut if you want to grab those. I think the best way to teach you this map will be in our PMC run because we have 3 minutes left.
Yeah.
But it'll be nice to get you out with some gear because that helmet that you're both wearing is actually not a bad helmet to start out with.
Nice.
Considering that considering in your stash, I don't think you've got any helmets, or you might have like one. It's probably worth keeping hold of and using.
Yeah.
So up here, you've got a bunch of different weapon crate spawns, and then in this little hut, you have a little med case spawn.
Okay.
Nothing in there, but that will spawn any sort of meds, really. It was bandages, hemostats, like your heavy bleed stuff.
Okay. Which way we're going this way?
So if we go down the hill.
Down the hill.
So over where we're going here, by this like power pylon, and also at these buildings in front of us, early on in the raids, there'll be scav spawns here. So
how long are raids usually then?
So it depends on the map.
Yeah, why was this only 9 minutes?
So we're in a scav.
So when you're a scav, you don't spawn at the start.
Ooh. Is this a scav? This person?
Yeah, this
here?
is a scav. Yeah.
So scav. So the player controlled scavs spawn in throughout the duration of a raid. Whereas so if you run when we've started, anyone who's playing as a PMC in this raid has already been running around in here for some amount of time.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they probably aren't around with this long left.
Yeah, they might. Yeah, at this point they've probably already extracted, so we're probably just running around.
Yeah.
So we're trying to get to the extraction point then.
Yeah, we're trying to get to admin gate.
Because at the top right, where it says 2 minutes left.
Is there a map that we can see? Or...
No, there's no map in this game.
So how do you know where to go then?
So this, yeah, this. I mean, from what I saw last time, you can purchase maps from the traders, but people basically recommend to never do it because there's no point. You can find high-res maps of every map online, so you can like shove that on your second monitor or something if you're really lost, and it's useful. It's useful to learn.
What was that?
That was me just shooting our extract. This is our extract.
So just come and stand over here.
I jumped out my skin.
Just come and stand by this, and it should start saying you're extracting.
Oh yeah. Oh.
It'll count down at the bottom of your screen.
That was so unexpected. Oh dear.
Yeah. Sorry.
First raid.
So now what will happen is you'll be taken to a screen where you can take all of your scav gear and put it into your stash.
Okay.
Right. I think your shotgun actually might have been a 133 shotgun.
It is a 133.
Yeah, so you will want to hand that into Prapor. So you'll put it in your stash, and then you'll go back to Prapor once you've taken everything out of your stash, out of the scav into your stash. Sorry.
Is there a way to just do like control?
You can literally control click everything, and it'll just put it in your stash for you.
Oh wow, that's much better.
Yeah, rather than click and drag in.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm quite meticulous in where I want things, so I'll click and drag stuff. But yeah, you can just control.
Do I not take my tactical rig? I take the tactical rig.
You can take literally everything off that scav, put it into your stash, and then it's basically yours to use.
You can also store the stuff in like so if you've got like backpacks and stuff in your bag, if you double click them, you can move stuff like into those backpacks. So you're using like storage within storage.
And for you guys, that will be very, very good to do because you've got very small space to start with.
Correct.
Do I want to sell my 133 Tim? Trader cannot buy this. Oh.
So what you want to do with the 133 is if you go back to Prapor, go to tasks and hit turn in, then you can turn in the.
So I've done one of two. Okay, that was easy.
Oh, because you had the 133 as your.
Yeah, I had one
that's
already.
lucky.
Yeah, she spawned in with a 133.
Yeah. So okay, so now I can't do a scav now, so we have to do a PMC then.
Yeah, so we have to do a PMC as the next run.
Are you choosing customs again or different map?
So if you finish off doing your examination, we can probably take you guys to Woods to try and get what's his face unlocked early. Jaeger unlocked early. So instead of like running customs, which can be quite brutal for new people, if we take you to Woods first.
Do you want 7:30 in the morning or 7:30 at night?
What you will need to do is go back to your traders and just finish your examination. Because you're still level 1 from what I could see.
I see. Okay.
And then we can.
Do we need to get a little loadout together as well if we're going in as a PMC?
Yes, you'll need to put together some sort of.
I'm gonna grab I'm gonna grab my trusty SKS that I used to use because I know what I'm doing with it.
Yeah, SKS is probably a good bet as a start.
So if I examine everything, I should get to level 2 then.
Yeah, I did get to level 2 eventually.
Just don't worry about doing fence.
Okay, I'm doing skier, so.
Yeah, so if you do everyone bar fence, you should hopefully get to level 2.
Okay.
Is there anything useful to that I should sell that I start off with?
I can't really remember off the top of my head what you'd have.
Because I've not got much space to get. I'm trying to grab an SKS, but I've got no space in my stash.
Right, so we'll do.
Honestly, I can't remember.
That's fine. Though. I'll put on one of these. Do I have one of these armors on?
Yeah, I was about to say, if you just start putting your kit together, you might start making a bit of space for stuff.
Yeah, that's a good point. Let me move one of my M4s. Let me move my guns onto my character, and then I can go buy stuff. That's better. Okay, cool. So I want the SKS. Deal. He's in there now.
Why is this unknown item a mechanic in the game? It just seems a little bit silly or pointless.
What's that? Sorry.
Like the not knowing what items are.
It's essentially putting it as if you've just come into a region and you just haven't got a clue what anything is. That's kind of what it's trying to replicate.
It also means if you're searching someone's body and you haven't examined it, it means that it becomes more risky, sitting there examining items because you're just sat still in someone's inventory and someone could just kill you.
Because you can't drag things, you can't loot things onto your person. You can put it in your backpack. Actually, I don't even think you can put it in your backpack. I can't remember. But either way, you can't loot something that you haven't examined.
Okay, I see.
So it's worth going through and examining what you can.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just to ensure that you're quicker when it comes to looting.
Sure.
Character. Okay, so let me put this back on here, that back in there. Ammo. Okay, I've got the SKS sorted. I've got 1 in the chamber, 10 in the mag, 9.
Yeah, with the SKS you can top load it, so you don't need to worry about buying another mag.
Yeah, with the internal mag.
I think I've looked at everything now.
Are you still level 1?
If you go to mechanic and just go tasks, if you are level 2, there should be some tasks there.
No.
Let's have a look.
I'm level
You're
1 still.
streaming, right? Let me bring your stream up and I can assist you a little bit better that way.
Yeah, I'm still level 1. I think I've done everyone.
Let's have a look. Let's have a gander.
I didn't do that one. I need to do fence. That's all done.
I can't remember how I somehow got to level 2.
So
Peacekeeper's on.
There's one thing on Peacekeeper that I can see right at the top middle.
Oh yeah. Good spot.
There's one thing on mechanic as well.
Oh yeah, need a second pair of eyes.
Go Ragman for me. Scroll down. I think Ragman's all done. If you just go back to Prapor and kind of go through for me, just so I can have a quick flick through.
Oh, on there.
So it might be a case that you may need to jump into fence and just do a few things on fence. Actually, go to your character for me.
Yeah.
And then go to skills.
Skills.
Just see how far away you are. Just go to fence and just examine a few things.
You're you can see your XP there. Yeah, okay.
And that kind of skill area is all of your stuff you can All the stuff you can increase during the course
Okay.
of playing the game.
I will do.
So you should hopefully have level 2 now. It won't update, unfortunately, in the
Okay.
thing, so you have to come out.
Character skills. Hey, level 2. There we go.
Cool. So if you go to mechanic,
Yep.
and then go to obviously tasks.
Yeah.
You should have a
Accept
gunsmith task, and then there should also be a introduction cast that then appears if you accept.
Okay.
both of
Yep.
those.
I've got that.
Cool.
Cool. Okay. So if I sort out my guy, then.
So what I'd recommend, Hell, as a good cheap early gun, that's what I'm running. If you go to Prapor.
Oh, you're buying a gun?
Yeah, I wouldn't run in with you. Maybe I would probably wouldn't run in with your M4 straight away.
What I'd recommend is if you stack your backpacks, you'll have a little bit more room.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. Put backpacks in other backpacks in your stash.
So you go to a character and just click and drag your backpack onto another one.
That's cool.
So you've got a little bit more room. You can also stack. So what you'll need to do if you want to put that backpack.
Oh, you can put. Sorry, I didn't realize you can put a whole day pack in another day pack.
Yeah, you can't run the same one. If you want to put that other backpack in, if you double click on the day pack, it will open up the day pack.
You can open.
So open that up, put that in there, then put that in there. Yeah.
So it'll give you loads more space.
You didn't need to click and drag the other one out. You could have just clicked and dragged the small one into the other one, but it's fine.
Oh, there we go.
So then
you've got a little bit more room to put things. You can stack your rubles on top of each other. Your PST GZH ammo can be stacked in stacks of 50.
It's like
so.
And then if you're holding if you click and hold an item, you can press R to rotate it.
Yeah.
It's like Tetris. I'm finding the best little spots for everything.
It is, yeah.
Getting very efficient. Okay, Hell, go to the trader.
Yeah.
Go to Prapor.
Yeah.
And then look for the SKS. It's like on the left, just above the AKM.
It's a brown.
The Simonov SKS.
Yeah.
So if you click that.
And then hit buy.
And then hit deal at the top.
Yeah, buy, deal, same thing.
Deal?
So, can you see it?
So.
Oh, you might have to fill the rubles first.
Yeah, if you
click fill items at the bottom.
Blue bar, it says fill items.
So it costs 21,810 rubles. And then you click deal, and so now you've got an SKS. The other thing you'll need is the correct ammo for it. So the ammo to use is the 7.62 times 39mm PS ammo. It's for me. It's the third thing along on the top.
It will be the same.
That one.
As well.
So you click that and then put in the amount you want. I've bought 20 rounds for now. I might need more than that.
Let's do that.
I think you might have bought the wrong one.
Oh, did I? Okay, well, don't buy what I bought then.
Not you.
Okay.
Harold. It's the third one along. So you've got the 2 boxes.
Yeah.
And then it's the next one.
So if you hover over, it's called PS.
Okay, I haven't bought it yet. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so put
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah,
so 200. I don't want 200.
So put 20 in, click fill items, and then click deal, and you'll have the ammo as well. Okay.
Because the best thing on the runs is if you kill a scav, you can pick up the scav's weapon and whatever mags or ammo they have.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can use that. So if you run out of ammo on your SKS, you've always got another thing to run, essentially.
Okay, and then the last thing to do is head back to your character and go to your gear area.
Yeah.
So if you rotated the M4, you could put it next to the SKS.
So press R and you can rotate it around.
Oh, that is cool. That is very cool.
So, and I would recommend taking your hat off and putting that helmet on that you got out.
Oh yeah, we got it. You put that the SSH helmet that we got.
The little bowl hat.
Yeah,
it's probably better.
Penis helmet. Everyone calls it a penis helmet.
It is a bit. It is a bit like a bell end. So the SKS that you just got, Hell. If you right click it and go to inspect. You can see all the attachments for it at the bottom.
Yeah.
So the thing which you should see something called SKS int.
Yeah.
That's the internal mag.
So I want to fill that up.
So yeah, you can. Can you fill it up? Can you fill it up from this menu?
Yeah, what you have to do is click and drag it into your stash.
Okay, yeah, so click and
Okay.
drag that into your stash, and it'll take the mag out,
and then find the ammo that you bought.
and click and drag the ammo onto the
Click
mag.
and drag
Put
the
it in
ammo
there. Right,
into the
okay,
mag,
yeah.
So
It's
that'll
in there.
be 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
And then click and drag the whole mag back onto the SKS.
Yeah.
And now your SKS.
And then
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
And then I've got 10 bullets in my backpack.
Yeah.
I would put the bullets into your rig.
Oh, into the rig.
Because
Yeah.
if you need to reload, you won't be able to reload from the backpack.
Good idea. Yeah.
Yeah, so put bullets in your rig.
You'll need to take the mags, the M4 out and put it into your stash because you won't want to take those in.
Is there
the Stan G?
Yeah, yes, get rid of those. The Contact 2 earpiece. There's another headpiece I remember, or earpiece I remember. I can't remember what it was called though, but that's like a quite cheap one. The GSSH.
Yeah, but they've kind of rejigged those a little bit, so they don't go with certain helmets. I'm pretty sure they don't go with the SSH helmet.
Okay, that's fine then. I'll just stick with
They
what I've
are
got.
the other ones that you can now grab are M31s.
Okay, and
which
who can you get those
sorry,
from?
M32s. You can get them from Skier.
Skier M32. Oh, the
They're
Opsman Earmore.
19k.
Yep. Cool.
Yeah. Okay, I think I'm ready then.
Cool. Bear with. Let me just double check everything.
A thing then.
If you go PMC and then do the same sort of thing and go to Woods.
Oh, attention! Your progress is not being saved due to being.
That's
in
fine.
offline.
Just hit. Yeah, no, it's not in offline mode. You have to enable offline mode. So just ignore that and hit next. So if you untick that and then hit next.
So yeah, offline mode is basically like practice mode.
I can't invite you though.
Oh, because I'm not there yet.
No, if you go back one and untick that box, it'll take you out of offline mode.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
And then you'll see people in the lobby screen.
So what time are we going for?
Go 9 a.m. Otherwise you won't see a thing.
Yeah.
So the screen that you're on at the moment is an insurance screen. Yeah. So this will basically be if you want to insure anything with Prapor.
I'm not too bothered at the moment. So
the only thing I would say to insure would be your helmet because you don't have any others.
Yeah,
okay.
So
if you just click on the helmet,
my helmet,
insure,
and hit insure, and that'll just insure your helmet.
Cool. I've insured my helmet as well, and then we go next.
Cool.
Hell, what time did you queue up for?
9 o'clock.
PM or morning?
9 a.m.
I see you both. I'll invite you both.
Okay, cool. I don't see you guys for some reason.
There we go.
Hey, there we go.
Cool.
Nice.
Father, son, and daughter out in it looks like, doesn't
it? That's the aim.
The one thing that I'd really wish they did was add female operators into the game.
Yeah, I'm surprised that hasn't happened. I suppose that's not a thing that's happened.
It's a Russian game, though, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
I don't know whether they will. They might do because there's a lot of really good female streamers that play this game.
Oh yeah,
Ammunition's like one of them.
Yeah.
So I hope they do in the future. It'll be nice. I'm sure they will.
Are you talking about like tournaments and things?
No, I'm just talking about them adding like female PMCs into the game.
PMCs. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was just chatting to stream. So
Yeah, no, you're good.
Do they do I assume they do tournaments for.
They used to. They did a couple of Twitch rivals ones. Dr. Disrespect did a couple when he was on Twitch, but the main person that kind of runs the tournament scene outside of like what are they called? There's like a organization that a female streamer like kind of set up which does tournaments. I can't remember their name.
Okay.
I think it's Evasion. I think they do tournaments in this game, but Pestilli, who's like one of the biggest streamers,
he's who I've watched I've watched quite a lot of.
He does what's called Punisher tournaments, which are essentially obviously tournaments for this game, and he's based the name off of a quest line.
Okay. Oh, thank you for the follow.
No problem. I just realised I hadn't followed you.
No, it's all right. I didn't follow you until this anyway, so it's all right. But yeah, thank you for taking time out your stream to teach
I'm
us
always
noobs.
I'm always down to teach new people. I taught Ricky and still am teaching Ricky this game.
Okay.
I taught my mate Lynchy how to play this game, so
Yeah,
I really don't mind.
I feel like it's a very hard game for someone to just. If I just downloaded this, I was like, oh, I'm just going to play.
You'd have no idea.
I wouldn't know any idea. I would have just.
The game doesn't tell you
gone,
anything.
What am I doing? No, it doesn't.
I reckon by the time this game comes to like proper release, I reckon I think they'll have to have something. Because there's actually nothing. There's actually nothing.
The whole point of this game is to be hardcore, though.
That's what. Yes, yeah.
But like even opening the thing, it didn't tell me F. It just said open. Like there was no control on that. So hence why I shot my gun at it. You know.
Yeah. The funny thing is, good old Syndicate tried playing this game and he just was lost. So we've got a sort of okay spawn, I suppose. There's a couple of crates.
Will we have the same extracts in a PMC?
Yeah, the same extracts of PMCs.
Okay.
There's no difference in extracts at all.
On the extract thing, what do the question marks
mean?
Against some of the things mean?
So the question marks basically mean that extract could be there or it couldn't be there.
Okay, so like it's
taking
you
a gamble.
Probably wouldn't go there unless you are forced to, and then hope that it's open.
On this map, the question mark will be both the ZB extracts and RUAF gate, plus, actually no, the car's always here, but yeah, the RUAF gate's not always here.
Yeah,
and neither is the ZB extracts.
Are you up by that next rock?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
We both just. I think we both just looked at that for a second. And went,
We just stopped and went.
There's a person there. So I'm looking down to our left because there's sometimes scout spawns down there, but I can't see anything. So obviously we're here to get you Jaeger's task done, but we're on the wrong side of the map for that.
So am I correct in saying that basically because we're PMCs, everything is happily killable apart from each other?
Everything you see is killable.
Yeah, so scavs. So there'll be AI scavs, which are literally computer-controlled scavs. There'll be player-controlled scavs spawning in at some point, like we did last game. Oh my god! Okay.
That's at Lumber. We're fine. It's like halfway, not halfway across the map. It's close to.
Really close.
That's your earpiece. That's your earpiece working. Working well.
Yeah, careful of that barbed wire.
I just hurt myself.
Yeah, you hit the barbed wire.
Oh.
You have to be careful in this game. Look, it's dark down here.
Oh wow, it's so dark.
So there's a duffel bag and there's this crate.
Takes a long time to search, doesn't
Can't
it?
open that.
Yeah, that's just
got a key, which I've got, so it's fine. So did you just say it takes a long time to search them? It does. Who wants a Salewa for their task?
Hell got her shotgun, so I'm taking the Salewa.
Go for it. Fine.
And then you've got this crate here.
Crate?
So your search skill will level up over time. Like my search skill will be a lot quicker.
I got like a bayonet and a 6L26 mag. But it doesn't. I can't carry anywhere. I don't have a bloody backpack.
Oh.
That's fine.
We'll try and find a scav and kill a scav for you. Get a backpack that way.
Right, so we're going back out of here.
Yeah, we're going back out
of
here.
How much noise you make, like going down there?
Yeah, there's a lot of places that have a lot of audio cues, and there's a lot of people at the moment that are not really happy with the audio cues.
I'm stuck on a rock.
Hey bro, I brought a new PC, i7 1070F and RX 66.
Or you can go around, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a pretty solid. That's a pretty solid build.
You'll meet up with us at the end of the wall anyway.
Just turn down.
I always end up doing that. I always somehow get stuck on some like.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Is that a laptop or an actual PC?
He's going the wrong way.
Sorry, whereabouts? I was just responding to someone.
Hello.
I'm looking. Oh, I see you. It's so easy to lose people. You just look around. There's trees.
Right.
Oh.
Wait. Why do I?
That was me.
Oh, that was you. Okay. I was like, what the fuck? I hear someone.
Yeah, F1 is to do random voice lines.
PC, awesome. Also, if you're seeing encoder lag
it's nothing.
in this, I'm gonna try and fix it. I'm getting used to the whole streaming game again, so there's still things to learn.
Like at this house here, because it's called Scav House.
Okay.
Oh,
I suppose
literally one there. Literally one there. Okay.
Can't I kill him?
You're probably missing.
Oh. Oh, there we go.
I think he's dead.
Yeah, I think I shot him between the eyes. X is to lay down, by the way. It's probably best to lay down when you loot.
I've got a sick helmet.
Nice. You can check all this out.
Yeah, that helmet's not as good as it might seem.
Oh.
But it's worth taking to sell.
And then I've got a Saiga.
Yeah, take the Saiga. You can put it on your back. Slide it onto your back.
Ooh, good idea.
You know that
Hey Nick, how laggy does this stream look?
Yeah.
I'm guessing it looks pretty ass at the moment.
Come inside here, go tab, and literally hover over it and hit your delete key.
Okay. Yeah.
And it will drop it, and then put the SP8 into that slot.
Okay.
Because you won't be able to lose it, and it's a better the other one, the bigger one.
Okay, sure.
Sorry, I've got your stream open, which is why.
No, this is fine because this is stuff that I would never know, unless.
Tearing and you're blurry. Great. Have you got me at 1080p?
Thank you.
On YouTube.
Because people then can't take that particular.
You can be my eyes and ears.
Like melee weapon off you now.
Yeah.
And it's one that I've got as
helmet
well.
looked good.
You go to quality and put it 1080p 60.
Some of the helmets are very deceiving in this game. There's a helmet called
I can try some
Ronin
stuff
helmet,
out.
which looks really cool, but it's really crap.
Well, this one looked much better because it had a chin strap. It's got a little shield on the face.
Yeah,
it looks better than the penis helmet.
Yeah, let's put it this way: the penis.
Let me boot on my stream and have a look at it on my other monitor. It's probably gonna make my.
Your penis helmet will save you more than the.
Okay.
The cold pack helmet that you picked up.
Okay.
Stream looks fine. It's possible. Yeah, but I can get it better. I
so
just
one
need
thing I
to
will say to you guys is
figure out why.
Health and
getting so much
your,
encoding.
Your
lag.
hydration and your energy are going to be
Also,
absolutely
Tarkov's a pretty
crap.
heavy game
So
to stream.
food and drink are going to be big for you guys.
Astra says nice quality, so we've got a debate here.
Because the more you eat and drink, your metabolism goes up, which therefore means you don't need to eat and drink as much during raids. You'll still need to eat and drink, but not as much. And your stamina will be pretty bad as well compared to mine.
Yeah, mine just goes.
Nice quality, but not smooth. Yeah, so it's not going to be smooth because I can see the FPS is dropping. I think it's a GPU
away from all the PvP
bug, which I need to change, but I can't do it midstream.
And try and get you over to the Jaeger task.
Okay.
To a dead scav and a duffel bag to loot. I'm going to just have a quick look, see if I can see anyone.
Go for it.
Okay, let me just boot it up on my second screen. I'll have an opinion. I could go for a 1440p stream, but I'm having problems already, so a 1440p stream is probably not going to be all that useful.
One thing you'll learn in time on this game as well is you won't want to sprint around too much. One thing because you'll make a lot of noise, and audio is your best friend in this game. Because the more you can hear someone, the better off you'll be. Obviously, if you're stuck in
I can
low
see.
ground or whatever, you will need to sprint.
Yeah, I can see.
There's only two of us here, but okay. Ooh.
What was that?
That was silent shots, but I'm pretty sure.
Sorry, yeah, that was shots at me, and
at you.
Yes.
Where are you? Are you back at the
I'm back.
now?
I'm still at those rocks where that
Are you alive?
bag was.
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Do you know roughly where the shots are coming from at all?
Shots behind me along the. It sounds like they're along the beach.
Well, if they're along the beach, they should be in front of you. They can't be behind you.
I'm dead. Okay, I'm dead.
Oh.
Yeah, I alt tabbed for just a second to check something.
Wait. Oh, are you running up there?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm coming over. Let's get
It's
in the
fine. I've got
action.
some stream related stuff I was trying to sort anyway, so I'll have a look at that while you guys keep powering on.
Do you want anything from your body?
It's probably not worth us going to it.
No,
right
it's
now.
probably no. There's just very little there. Okay, I'm just gonna try and sort something in the background here.
So whereabouts were they? Were they on this island then?
No, they pushed. I'm leaving them. I'm not staying around.
Okay.
I'm going back the
Follow
way.
you.
I was about to say, just follow me. We'll try and get you
Yeah,
through the map.
coming.
We can always come back in and.
Yeah. It's fine. We're only trying it out today.
I'm just gonna dip out the
see.
Discord. I'll be back in 5 minutes.
That's fine.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, I'm gonna have a little try of something because this is like lagging a lot. So yeah, I'm gonna cut this stream here, and then I'm gonna have another stream that will pop up in not that long, and we're gonna see. We're gonna try and tackle things one bit at a time. So right now we've got a bit of blurry quality. Even though it's 9,000 or 6,000 for 1080p YouTube streaming, should be fine. But I'm streaming. I'm shoving about 20k bitrate up at the moment, and I've got no dropped frames due to network lag. So that's not the problem. It's literally just my PC's having a bit of a mare. So we're gonna have a look and see if we can fix that. But I'm gonna have to stop the stream for that. Keep an eye out for another stream cropping up very soon. And I'm going to have a little review of what this looks like. All right. So thanks very much. And I'll be back in hopefully just a second.